rather than, trying to force away those thoughts or get on top of them and control them so you don't feel like they're controlling you, perhaps look at getting to a place of neutrality, of kind of being neither here nor there with them, of just being totally meh, just like you might be about, I don't know, putting the change in the parking meter, whatever it is for you, just another thing that happens in your life, rather than letting them, rage over you or have control over you. Hi, it's Lucy Sheridan, the comparison coach here. Hope you can see me because I'm coming at you camouflaged in grey. I'm really excited to share this video with you today because I think it's something that a lot of us have experienced and have in common. I'm talking about overthinking. I'm talking about overactive thought patterns and, natter and chatter that's going on inside your mind, or the shitty chitty committee that can crank up and start, speaking up, as my friend Gail would say. Overthinking, when our thoughts manage to kind of run away with us. It's interesting because I think there are a few different ways that overthinking can crop up for us if you're a human being on planet Earth. For some people, they might overthink what's going on in a current situation, pick to pieces what might be happening right in front of them. For others, it might be they feel quite anxious, taking themselves right through to the future, borrowing drama from the future, overthinking potential scenarios and playing different hypotheses about what might happen to them in the future. For others, it might be that get caught in the past and that things will circle round about what they could have done differently. And a bit like watching a movie, they see things happening in live action. They're taken back to those memories, taken back to that past moment, and ultimately it can be very triggering, or it can be really wobble making when it comes to our confidence and our own focus and our ability to be present. For me, I'm less of a present and future overthinker, but I have in my life really experienced overthinking when it comes to the past. I'll be find myself like stirring a pot, like making dinner, or I'll be on the tube on the way to a meeting, and suddenly a conversation or an instance or a scenario, whether it's an old boss or a previous relationship, whatever it is, will pop into my mind and just take me off daydreaming into space and taking me completely away from the present moment, and really playing over this like horrible scenarios, because it's never like pretty lovely memories that revisit me, unfortunately. It's the ones that I kind of have regret, shame or frustration or disappointment around, heartbreak even. So how do you get over overthinking? Well, it'll be different for everyone, but I want to share with you a tip that has really, really worked for me when dissolving those negative thought patterns and that chatter that could just take over so much when we get caught in an overthinking state. And that is, I now expect it. So let me just qualify that a little bit. Rather than kind of go into meditations to clear my mind completely and be really kind of tyrannical and diligent about never thinking about the past, I accept that part of my habit as a human being is to overthink about the past. And I now expect those memories to kind of pop through. The difference is between today and back then, when I used to overthink, is that I don't judge those thoughts and I just stay in a place of neutrality around those thoughts, letting them wash in and, just like the tide, wash out again. I can't change the past, but I can change my present, and I certainly don't want overthinking taking my focus away from me. So I'd like to invite you to do the same. Rather than, trying to force away those thoughts or get on top of them and control them so you don't feel like they're controlling you, perhaps look at getting to a place of neutrality, of kind of being neither here nor there with them, of just being totally meh, just like you might be about, I don't know, putting the change in the parking meter, whatever it is for you, just another thing that happens in your life, rather than letting them, rage over you or have control over you. So to recap there, when it comes to overthinking, rather than trying to push away and totally change that part of your personality or your habit, maybe expect those thoughts are going to come. And when they come, observe them rather than judge them. And let's get to a place of neutrality so that when we do overthink, it's a matter of readjusting our focus back to the present moment, rather than letting those memories or worries about the future take us down a rabbit hole that'll take us all day to get out of. Now, be honest. Have you ever experienced overthinking? Or perhaps it's one of your favourite things to do, as it used to be mine. How does overthinking show up for you? What are the effects? But equally, what's something that you can do today to increase your awareness so that overthinking has less of an influence on how you live your life? As always, meet me in the comments. I love, love, love chatting with you about things like this. If I can support you in any way, I want to. Thanks so much. Look forward to seeing you next time.